We absolutely love what we do. If you like what we do, why not buy us a coffee? Just follow the link in the description below.
Hi, I'm Derek Klassen, host of the Athletic Football Show. Today, I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile, offering reliable nationwide coverage backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Love your service or get your money back. No questions asked. Boost Mobile offers the same nationwide coverage, network speed, and service consumers are used to, but at more affordable prices. Why would you pay more if you don't have to? Boost Mobile also understands that change can be scary, which is why they allow you to try their service risk-free for 30 days. And if you're not happy, you can get your money back. So start saving on wireless today with Boost Mobile's unlimited plans starting at just $25 a month. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or find us online at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. Customers who cancel within 30 days of activation will have Boost service fees refunded. Activation fees, if applicable, and phone payments will not be refunded. The Boost Mobile network, together with their roaming partners, covers 98% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds are not available in all areas.
Need to restock inventory, cover seasonal dips, or manage payroll? OnDeck's small business line of credit provides immediate access to funds, up to $200,000, exactly when your business needs it. With flexible draws, transparent pricing, and full control over repayment, you can tackle unexpected expenses without missing a beat. Apply today at OnDeck.com, and funds could be available as soon as tomorrow. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Good evening, everyone. It's Monday night, and welcome back to the Tilton Talk Show with myself, Paul Hipkey, sponsored by AMG Logistics. And I'm also along with the one and only Claire Wielden.
Good evening.
Mr. Fixer Craig Courtney.
Good evening, everyone.
The Chairman, Alan Watson.
Evening, Paul.
Good evening, Alan. All the way from the States, Mr. Mark Meredith.
Good evening, all.
The one and only Chris Brown.
Good evening.
And saving the best till last, in his robe, because it's getting colder, Mr. Road Mark Adams.
Good evening, everybody.
Your script's wrong,
welcome.
Paul. You said save the best till last, so I think you need
I
to...
think that was lovely, that was.
Oh, yeah, you would. Chris, can you edit it?
I reckon I'm buffering. Okay, so a challenging week for Blues comes to a close, and a very welcome couple of weeks off, I think, for the lads to sort of regroup and try and see what we can do, obviously, after the next international breaks for the next few games, or the next international break after that. But I'll start with a challenging Saturday afternoon at Coventry. I think the defending was very poor, wasn't it, on the day, and it was a bit men against boys. And Claire, obviously, you was there, as always, and is my assessment fair to say there, do you think? We'll start with Coventry and then we'll work out way through all the other games as well, obviously the other two.
Yeah, I think I feel like we've gone back 2 years with the away form, to be honest. I was enjoying it last season, and the season before that we saw 4 away wins. I don't think the red card helped, but I mean, fair play to Coventry, they are flying at the moment.
Yeah.
I think we were lucky, to be honest. It was more than 3. We just lacked everything, to be fair. It wasn't a good game at all. I mean, the goals were sloppy. It wasn't like we had some worldies against us. And then obviously Robinson got sent off, which at the time I was a bit dubious about, but he shouldn't have fouled him, to be fair.
No.
And then it's just typical Laird then got injured, and then Stano got injured, and we just lack that impetus and that oomph, really. It's a game to forget, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're learning the difference, aren't we, at the level we're playing at? And I've said it on here before, you know, it's like the gap between the Premier League and the Championship. It's exactly the same gap between League One and the Championship, and we're learning that. So it's going to be a turbulent season. You know, we're going to have turbulence because we've got a lot of players that haven't played at this level. We've got a manager that hasn't managed at this level. You know, and we've got obviously 5 or 6 new players in the team pretty much every week that didn't play for us last season that are learning how to play together. But I do think we have enough there to, you know, to challenge, I'm going to say, for the top 10. I think we can get better and more consistent, but we just need to stop conceding stupid goals off set pieces and being more of a threat as well at the other end from set pieces as well, because we don't score off set pieces. We defend them poorly. I mean, that long throw in for the first goal at Coventry was a shambles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Mark Meredith, anything I haven't said, mate?
No, I think it's just been an eye opener for us all, isn't it? I think we, as I said before on the show, we were spoiled a little bit last year. So coming into this year, I think we just now had to sit back and think exactly what you said. It's going to be the turbulence there, and these Coventry just gone and scored 4 and 5 in the two games after. 5 away from home on the weekend, so it's not going to be easy. I think I was a bit more disappointed with the performance against Sheffield Wednesday. We ended up getting a point, which is it could be a good point come the end of the season. But it was the performance just wasn't. They started off pretty well, and then when we conceded that really bad goal from 2 errors from Cashin, I think we just lost it a little bit, didn't we? And it was just it was only going one way then, and then obviously, to be fair, Damari's great volley at the end to keep it down and got ourselves a draw. And then I think, again, going into Friday's game, really bad first half and then probably a lot better in the second. And I would like to have known what Davis had said to them at half-time, because he said on his interview that he's quite calm and told them to continue to do what they were doing. But, man, I think you would have lit a fire at someone's ass by the time at half-time on that one as a coach. And to be fair, instant reaction and probably could have won the game in the second half. So, I'm happy we've got a week off now, and hopefully we can get a couple of those players back fit and have a squad ready to go for the whole game in just over 12 days or so.
Yeah, and Robe, as the man from Coventry, have you had much stick since?
God, yeah. I mean, even now they won't shut up about it. They think they're Real Madrid or something.
They are at the minute, aren't they? In the Champions.
To be honest, we can't really argue because they're the best team we've faced. I think they're better than Leicester, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a real 3 out of 10 performance, wasn't it? I mean, I thought nothing would be as bad as the Stoke one, but we were so wrong because Coventry was just anything that could go wrong went wrong, didn't it? It was just.
At least you were by me, Robe. You stood by me for the whole game.
Yeah, I stood by Claire. She got so angry she got me in a headlock at one point.
Can I say Road normally gets stick anyway, even if we don't play Coventry. So it's not.
We can win 6.
It's just a normal day.
And we stuck right to the end. I left dead on 90, which is early for me.
Yeah.
We did stick it out even at 3-0, didn't we, Rogue? We had our own little box. We had our loads of room. It was great.
We had loads of room. We had I don't know. We got that much room, to be fair. You don't know. I don't think Claire normally has that much room. It's because I was probably stood by her.
Nobody wants to be at you.
Yeah. I think Friday, the second half, was probably the best half we've had since the first half against Ipswich.
Yeah.
2 more or less completely different teams, but the subs had an impact. It was good to see Keshi getting back on the pitch for us. And I thought Kyogo as well was good when he came on. And I want to talk a bit about him tonight because he's getting in the right positions against Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know why he didn't let a shot off sooner there. And some fans are getting a bit frustrated with him. But my message to those fans would be stick with him because I do think once he scores 1 goal, they're going to be like buses.
To be honest, Paul, you can see he's a top player. I think, you like to say, when he gets 1, I know he scored in the cup, but when he does click in the league, he's got all the attributes. I don't know why people are on his back because he's a quality player, I think.
That one he scored Friday night was a great finish, wasn't it? I know it was certainly offside. Yeah. It was a free kick in the build-up as well that the referee didn't give, but he had to put it away, and man, he did in some style, didn't he?
Yeah. And then the other one I want to talk about is Cashin. Obviously, he's had a bit of a disastrous start, but I'm going to stick. We need to stick by him because we've had other players that have had a nightmare start for us and gone on to be great players for us. We had the one and only Martin Granger on here, a little while ago talking about, his start, and it didn't start off the best, did it? And then he got one fan shouting at him at Crew Away, was it? I think he said. And from then on, he sort of proved that fan wrong, and the rest is history, isn't it? So, if you stick behind your players, you never know what can happen in the end. Because there's no, I don't think Brighton paid 9 million for Cashin for no reason, did they, Craig?
No, and you can see there's a player in there. I think a lot of them are lacking a lot of confidence at the moment. But the one thing I liked was, and continue to see, is, you know, everybody's, oh, there's pressure from Davies. He's doing this, he's doing that, he's under pressure. Firstly, the only people that are putting him under pressure are our own bloody fans. Because, yeah, they're not getting wins, but also they have a massive never say die attitude. And at Coventry, they were poor.
Yeah.
Nothing you can say, right? That's it. That's all you can say. They were poor. Sheffield Wednesday, okay, you take the lead after 9 minutes, you expect them to go and score more, but they went into, and the way I like to describe it, what they did in Division 1, which was they took a lead, set back, and then just thought, you know what, they're going to come at us, but it's not going to harm us. Whereas this league, it obviously is. But we still got the draw at the end, albeit now biting and everything else, but we got the draw because they kept fighting till the end. Wrexham, terrible first half, horrendous first half. But second half, completely different side, and actually, arguably, the side that we want to see coming from Birmingham, of which I actually put a lot down to the return of Keshi Anderson. I think we're a much better and balanced side when he was there. And a great finish for the goal. You know, I think for me as well, albeit wasn't there, watched it in a pub in Bognor Regis, which was highly amusing.
At least you were dry.
Yeah, it was until we came out. But then it was the thing I liked was just the fact that there is that fight there, and I think if that fight wasn't there, then yeah, you would be saying, "Hang on a minute, there's something drastically wrong," and people would ask more questions of Davies. But for me, leave the guy alone. He's still learning, and as a team, still say this: we haven't seen our best 11 on the pitch together yet.
No,
because I don't think he honestly knows at this present moment his best 11.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the change in goalkeeper was interesting on Friday, wasn't it? When I saw that, I was a bit surprised. I'm not going to lie.
Unexpected, wasn't it?
Yeah, Beadle had a steady debut, steady league debut, didn't he, Alan?
Yeah, he did. I like the way. I like his technique. He got caught once under one, but he recovered and got it away. I mean, he should have done better than that, but he realised his mistake and got the ball out of danger. If you go back to the Coventry game, our goalkeeper, much as I admire him, you know, palm two out to the opposition. And you can't, you know, if you're playing a team like Coventry, you can't afford to give him 3 goals. I don't agree with your cash-in. I got to be honest. I just hold my hand up and say, where did we get this guy from?
Oh, is that nightmare? I'm not saying
absolute nightmare. 4 games. Port Vale, he was at fault with the goals. Coventry was at fault with 2. And Sheffield Wednesday, you know. And the mystery, I mean, there's Newman, Bielik, Davies, and I'll even go say Sanderson. I would rather have in the team than him. But that's by the manager left him out, and you know that's the end of it. For what I'm puzzled with is we have this absolute nightmarish attitude to set pieces, and we got a 6'4" centre half sitting on his backside. Now, what did he do wrong? You know, I know all this a bit about you need a left-footed. It's better to have a left-footed player on the left-hand side. I get that, but if the left-footed player can't pass water, you know, you might as well have a right-footed player who can pass. And you know, when we started, our defence looked rock solid. We looked like scoring goals, and it was him and Newman and Clara in the middle. I know. You know, somebody tell one of these players, can you pass it with your left foot as well as your right? You know, that's all we need. And it's all right having a left foot, but we didn't have our best left backs and left wingers at the time. We haven't had, as you say, we haven't had our best side out. And on Friday night, we started mixing and matching because people were suspended, people were injured. What's happened to Laird? Is he?
He's injured for 2 months.
Yeah.
Don't need to keep pulling it up, Alan. I mean, I'm mourning over it.
Yeah, no.
Well, yes, I agree. But how many games has Laird played at right back for us this season? You know, they've had the other guy in there, and to me, he's a Premier League fullback, and he's got a uniqueness about him. He does things that no other fullback I've ever seen done. He gets up and down that pitch. He's our best winger. He's our best fullback, and we look like scoring goals when he's playing well. And we missed him. Now, having said that, I was amazed when I saw who played right back, but he did a decent job. But we're now back to having Mark Leonard in midfield, who we sort of relegated to, you know, not even in the squad. He's now looking like our best midfield player.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, I haven't looked at the league table till this morning. I thought, but I know where we are. And I looked and I thought, my goodness, you know, this is road. This is, you know, he's going to be. Sorry, Mark, I'm taking the mickey.
No.
But, you know what I mean?
We love it. We love it. Carry on.
Mid-table success.
Mid-table madness, you know. Yeah. And I'm thinking 16th. I mean, I know if we won a game, we go 5th.
Yeah.
That's and it's tight, and it's this, and it's that. But we should be one of the teams that are looking down, not looking up. And it's a shocking week. Yes, we were better on Friday, but we didn't win. We should have done. We should have won. The goal we gave away was appalling. You know, bloke standing on his own on the goal line, heads it in. Come on, you know, this is not Birmingham City.
Another set piece. Yeah, another set piece again, isn't it? You know, and we need to try and cut it out because it's been too often, especially this last week. But if we only get 2 points out the next 9, then obviously, you know, it's you're going to start sliding down even more.
Exactly.
We do need to try and snap out of that. And you know, we've had some tough fixtures, to be fair. But you know, in the next 3 games, let's hope we can get more than 2 points.
Sheffield Wednesday at home in the tough fixture.
No.
I think the problem is with Sheffield Wednesday is if you're in that situation and they are just playing, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a team that are just playing for their own pride. They're not being paid. No. They're playing for the thing. And I think I totally agree with Craig, to be fair. I think the problem is he doesn't know his best side. And I can't tell us when we've had the same team, 2 or 3 games in a row. Because, like, for example, Sheffield Wednesday, it was the most annoying and frustrating game ever because you could see they were there for the taking. But we were just so in our own little world that, you know, like Doyle ran the show and then he took him off.
Yeah.
And then so on Friday, we're expecting him to play because you took him off for 60 minutes. So like, right, Doyle's going to play. And then he's on the bench. And I've got a lot of people around me on Friday saying, well, if Doyle was wanted by lower Premier League teams and higher Championship teams than us, and he's still on the bench. And like you could just tell the way that he played the game on Tuesday. Not like he punches the ball, so you can see that there's a tempo building. And I do think personally, I think Davis needs help. I think that he needs some more experience within his backroom staff. I'm going to also talk. I think that he needs more experience or like a technical person above him, like a Tony Mowbray or something, because I do think sometimes he is a little bit out of its depth. I agree with the set pieces. I don't agree with the zonal marking. I think it's appalling. We can't defend set pieces, so it's not working. So why aren't we changing it? And no offense to Jonathan Grounds, but what experience has he got? And then Friday, I mean, we started and I was like, here we go again. I was like, we got another Coventry on our hands. And all they do is pump the ball forward. And then literally, I don't know what you said at half time, but that was a miracle working, because I felt like I was watching the Blues of last season. We were running after the ball. We had high intensity. The goal happened 20 seconds. I mean, the ball from Stano, perfect. An actual winger moving in off the wing. And we weren't so wide. Like, Damari Gray, like, we need more from you. You've won the Premier League. Show us how good you are. I feel like he gets going and then he stops. Yeah. And I just think, is every single one of those players like putting in 110%? Are you really showing us? Because I put on X the other day, what is our identity at the moment? Because last season you could have gone attacking, high intensity, just getting the ball high up and then like spring and tack on them. In the last 3 or 4 games, we've been passing the ball sideways, passing it backwards, launching it forward. I feel like I'm watching Stoke of old. Yeah. Launching it towards Dykes. And I was like, well, hold on a minute. What is our... Because he keeps changing it as well whenever he talks, Chris Davis, because he's like, yeah, this is our identity. But what is our identity anymore? And I get that you got it the ball forward. Perfect. Do you know what? I think John Terry was talking about it on a podcast the other day where they're trying to play from the back. So then they used to just launch it towards Drogba and he used to run on and score. Yeah. Like, you can change it up, but what is our identity at the moment? Because I'm not seeing the high press or anything like that.
No, I think Davies is just trying to discover that, isn't it, at the moment? It's almost like this is why he's changing the team a lot, because he's trying to, sort of like we said earlier, he's trying to discover what his best 11 is. But a question to everyone watching and here as well, at the moment, from what we've seen so far this season, what would be your team in the next game at home to Hull City on the 18th? Because I personally think Tommy Doyle in the 6 was a lot better than he was in the 10.
Oh, 100%.
The first goal against Sheffield Wednesday that we scored, I mean, what a finish from Stansfield, but it was all about Tommy Doyle's forward pass. And with due respect to him, Paken Iwata, if that was one of them two, it probably would have gone square or backwards instead, wouldn't it, And they're both good at what they do, don't get me wrong, but we just need a Tommy Doyle in there who gets his head up and gets us on the front foot, gets the ball forward rather than square or backwards, because I bet you if you broke down all our possession this season, our goalkeeper and our defenders would be touching the ball a hell of a lot more than our attacking players.
Wow, if you watch Sky, so I have people messaging me and it says how many passes. Our top 5 were the back 4 and Beadle on Friday. And the thing is, do you know what the main difference was on Friday? First half, Paik and Leonard would get the ball and pass it back. Yeah. Second half, they turned. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is different. And like, I do agree. I think Keshi Anderson was vital in that game. And he's the only one who's got actually like a build for the championship and can play like a championship, because he's already been there and done it. And like Cashin just don't mate him, to be honest. And I don't know what's going on with Newman. The fact that Newman can play right back and Stamsted is on the bench. And you're playing Iwata, whose form's been all over the place the last 4 or 5 games. I mean, he played well at right back, I've got to admit, and he was going in, like the inverted that Liverpool, everyone's doing. And it did change it a bit. And I thought Leonard was good, considering he's been out in the cold and we're going to get rid of him. Yeah. But I think he's got to decide what his best team is and go with that, because I feel like there's so many changes. Yeah. Assuming everybody's fit for the next game at Hull, this would be my team, and just butt in if you disagree. So I would stick with Beadle in goal now. I'd go with Asai Samuel right back if he's fit. Laird, if he was fit, obviously he's out. Yeah, I'm on about like the players that have got a possibility of being fit. So I'll go Asai Samuel back in the team if he's fit at right back. I'd go Clara and Robinson and Cochrane. And then I'll go Doyle and potentially Leonard, after the way he played at Wrexham. I'd give Paik and Iwata a rest. And I would go with Patrick Roberts, Stansfield in the 10, Damari Gray on the left, and Kyogo up front. And and see how that goes. And obviously you've got all the subs to come on that can make a difference to the game as well. The likes of Keshi and Paik and Iwata can come on and do something if we need them to. And I don't know how far Williamson is off.
or Dukes, but I'd have them two on the bench if they were fit as well, because they're a different type of player to what we've seen in the last few weeks as well. And yeah, we just need to stop conceding silly goals and start creating more chances. And I'm saying it is a lot easier than doing it, but we've definitely got the players to do it. But I do think that we are lacking a bit of muscle as well, aren't we, in the middle of the pitch? We haven't really got. Yeah. We haven't really got that fighter in the team, that Lee Carsley or that Martin O'Connor there that you need.
You've got to be a bit nasty in this division.
Exactly.
That's why, like, Millwall have always done well. You know, like Coventry, they put a tackle in. Yeah. You know, get some yellow cards and put some. Obviously, not saying like, you know, go to red carded tackles, but make sure that the players know that you're there. You always get taught that when you're younger. Mark, Meredith, what do you think? Like, don't you get taught to kind of put your stamp on it and make sure that you know that you're there and make them think a little bit?
I think obviously 10 years ago, that was the main thing, was your physicality of you would ask your players to bully them a little bit. I think that's changed a little bit now with the kids that we work with. But yeah, certainly you need to have those type of players in the team. And I don't think we've had that type of centre midfield for a while, have we?
Well,
Savage or
Cliftonbelt, probably.
Even Cliftonbelt and David Davies and people like that in years gone by, have been like a steal in midfield for us, haven't they?
We've said before, Paul, one Cliftonbelt type tackle like on Grealish. I know a lot of players don't do it nowadays, but if we could just see one of them just to set the tone.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We don't have that. We don't have that centre midfielder at all, do we? Even looking at what we've got, we don't have that type, do we?
That's what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
But that's what we need, I think. We need
that.
No,
100%.
You need someone to do the dirty work to then build forward. But it's like, I think Clara on Friday showed a little bit more. He was running forward a little bit more. But I want to see him getting a little bit there, like Robinson. He's known to be a little bit wild at times, isn't he? Really, I want to see them shouting at each other on the pitch. Obviously, galvanising them and wanting it a little bit more. And I don't know. I just think there's just that little bit of nastiness missing. Obviously, we don't want to become a team where, getting sent off every week, but just putting in that little bit of a challenge or stepping back on their toe, like my dad used to be like, whenever you buy the goalkeeper, just accidentally step back.
Yeah.
Or just like, do you know what I mean? Like rough them up during like set pieces or something.
Don't you think, though, it's baffling with Newman because we chased him for so long last season, didn't we, with the pre-contract and all the rest of it. And now all of a sudden he's come over and, can't get a game.
I'm just reading that. Do you think there's any truth in the controversy over he punched Clara?
I heard that.
I've heard that rumour.
I've heard the rumour, but I'm not sure.
The bloody bride man.
I've heard that rumour.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
To involve somebody else. I said I've heard that rumour, even this far down, but it wasn't Newman that did the striking. It was somebody else who happens to be injured at the moment. I wonder how he got injured.
In fact, I'd pay 20 quid pay-per-view to watch that fight.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, who else is injured apart from Laird, or was it Willem?
Laird.
Oh, Laird wouldn't hurt a fly. Come on, he was actually injured. You saw his hamstring, literally go.
He needed a cherry picker to get up there.
I didn't if somebody punched Claire, I'd have him in the team anyway. That's what we definitely
got to write off.
Say probably couldn't even reach him. There's no difference.
I love the fact that we've got people that if that is happening, is that passion or is that just a clash of personalities? But you know what? Sometimes it doesn't hurt harm to have a little bit of that in the dressing room to G up the players. We've had it before, haven't we? I mean, come on. Goalkeepers and defenders having a go at each other. We've had defence and midfield doing it. As long as it's controlled, what's the harm? You know what I mean? If you have a bad game and somebody goes into the dressing room and gives them a full-on dressing down, telling them exactly what they feel and everything else, it should be allowed, and I think that possibly is. But you draw a line when it's not controlled, where, somebody is losing it to the point that you won't see them again. So, but we don't know, and it's all rumour. And, sometimes rumours can make things worse, but I just want to see, and to go back on Claire's point, that bit of bite, that little niggle something that within the first 5 minutes is going, do you know what? You might be able to run past me because you're faster, but you're going to know when I hit you. And it's like, just rough them up in those first 5 minutes. The mentality of that opposition team will soon change, because I think, actually, they mean a bit of business here. And we big time missed that across the whole of the team. Love to see Clara just going through somebody. Giving the crowd, to something to shout about. Because that's the other thing. Us as fans have gone very quiet. Home, away is different. It's always is. There's a completely different atmosphere. But at home, we've gone very quiet. We've almost gone to this point where it's like, do you know what? We're coming into the game. It's going to be nice and easy. We're going to walk over these. And I still think people walked into that Sheffield Wednesday game thinking we were going to be, it was going to be a walk in the park.
I think we all did.
To be honest,
There was Sheffield Wednesday fans walking behind me on the way to the stadium saying this is going to be 6-0. And I turned around and I said to him, no, it won't.
No, because Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield Wednesday are doing what we did a few years ago, which is absolutely fight for their lives, but actually more than that, fight for the fans that are backing them.
Yeah.
And that was never, the fact that they hadn't been paid was, to me, was just another way for them to turn out on the pitch and go, up yours, Mr. Chairman. We are, and I don't mean Alan there.
I was going to say, Alan.
I was going to say it's not very fair. But no, it was a statement from the players that they deserve what's going on, but they don't deserve the way the club is being run. And interestingly, the Sheffield Wednesday fans are holding out for this, this new footballing committee that's going to be there to help them sort it and get rid of poor owners. I just hope that it's not going to be too late for them, because I love the games against clubs like that, because it's old school football teams playing old school football teams.
Just a shame, Craig, that when we were in the mess,
they didn't do exactly the same.
And
exactly.
I'm sorry, but I feel sorry for them because we've been there.
Yeah.
As I said to one of them, what did you do when we were in that situation? They said, we sang, we wanted you to not be here. And I went, I've got sympathy, but do you know what I mean? And I think going on your point, Craig, the problem is that the players and sometimes the football need to galvanise the fans.
Yeah.
I'm finding it's gone back to frustration. It's going back to the days where you're like, oh, come on, like, what we doing? Kind of. And I think the fans are getting more and more frustrated. Like, the fact that we booed a sub, 2 subs, shows a lot. And I think I was really worried, because if we had lost that game, I think Davies would have been under a lot of pressure, because Wagner was there. And then all of a sudden he's taken off best players. Yes, 60 minutes and all of this, sports science. But I do think that sometimes, like, having that tackle gets us up. Having that shot on target. I mean, the fact that we had shots on target was like, woohoo, we've actually, like, I was going to 3 away games and not even seeing shot on target. And then they're expecting us to scream and shout. And obviously we'll sing as much as we can, but it gets to a point where you're like, come on, like, you now need to give us something.
Yeah, it's got to burn both ways.
Yeah. So, like, Wrexham, when we were attacking and playing well, it was like, yeah. And it was really like, and you could see, like, the Wrexham fans all of a sudden, they started to get louder, because they were like, hold on a minute, we're under the cosh here. We need to help our team. And then, but yeah, it needs to be both ways. It can't just be, we need, Wagner on Friday, that first half was woeful. We're trying to sing them through, but we haven't got any, like, it was just backwards, sideways, and then we'll go in frustration.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, second half, we made some noise, not because he stood up and asked us to, because we played better, because there was a bit of oomph to it.
Yeah. I think the EFL need to address how they're going to punish clubs when, they're not paying players or whatever they're doing. Like, we have the 9-point deduction. I think with Sheffield Wednesday now, it's turning into, something completely different, because the fans have suffered enough, I think. The players have suffered enough. It's only the owner, for me, that they can punish. It's all his fault. So why not just punish him and stop deducting them points, and let them try and get through it somehow? But
this was a question that I've asked a few people. I work with a couple of Wednesday fans, and they're their concern is the AFL can't actually touch him as an owner. The only punishment that's realistic to that owner is removing that golden ticket of being in the league and the threat of that actually happening.
Yeah.
But they don't believe that he's going to back down. You know, he's waiting for an insane sum of money to take over the club.
Well, he wants an investor now, not a sale.
He now wants to stay. He loves the club. His family are invested in the club, etc., right? So what? It's gone past the point of return from a fan's perspective. I think that they're actually behaving impeccably. You know, you watch the EFL come and give them a fine because a few fans ran on the pitch and stopped the game the other night. And I mean, what a joke that would be, because they can't afford to pay the players, so they can't afford to pay a fine.
No. Well, without anything to do with Sheffield Wednesday podcast. But, you know, like you said, Claire, did they really back us and get behind us when we were in that situation? I don't think anybody cared about us, did they?
Nobody batted an eyelid. No. Nobody cared.
If anything, they all wanted us to go. And they would have been happy.
They were laughing. People were laughing.
Yeah, they were laughing and they thought it was hilarious. So I've got empathy because I've been there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, if they came up to me, or I spoke to one and I said, we were in that situation and you didn't want us to survive. So I wish you all the luck.
They sing to us, don't they? Where were you when you were Eartha Kitt? And
where were you when you were rubbish? And then we were like, even at Wrexham, we were like, we were here.
We were here.
Yeah.
We were there.
Yeah, but we should be singing it back to them. Where were they when we were Eartha Kitt as well? Because they weren't exactly helping us, were they, or backing us to survive?
We never got clapped when we were protesting. We never got anything.
You don't care about Carson and whatever. No one was clapping that, were they?
No.
I'll just throw one name in the package just to tell you how much sympathy I've got with Sheffield Wednesday. Barry Bannon.
But he played well against us. He
always does.
You
know what though? He's the type of midfielder that we were just talking about. Snap him up to have him in that team. I'd snap him up straight away to have him in the team.
Yeah.
Not because I like the person, but I mean midfield wise, is the exact player we just talked about.
That's what
you did actually look at him at one point, and it was his decision ultimately not to come to Birmingham. And hey, you know, player prerogative. It's his decision. But at the end of the day, if we wanted him really that badly, we could have offered a sum of money that would have taken him away. But he was out of contract as well. So, you know, but yeah.
And he's not being paid.
Can I just get back to Paul's original team? And I can't remember what it was now, but I would have one player in that side, and there was nothing wrong with Paul's side. I'd have Newman in, whether he played right back, centre half, or centre forward. I'd have him in the side because he's 6'4".
Yeah,
and you know that goal on Friday certainly I can't say that, but probably would not have happened. He'd have won that ball. The bloke that won it is about 5'10", right? And then the bloke who actually headed in on the line was about 4'10". You know, that was the frustrating thing for me. I know all these rumours, but as I think Robe said, you know, we took so much effort to get this bloke in the team, and 5 games he's gone.
I think you've got a point there, Al, because you look back to the games Newman played. We didn't concede off anywhere near as many pieces. I know we conceded at Stoke away. That was a off a corner. But apart from
the goalkeeper should have caught that.
Yeah. Apart from that, though, I don't recall another.
No. Especially against Hull, they've got McBurney, who the other day was just in the air, was just unplayable.
Yeah.
And you need height in this league, and we're the smallest team, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got other assets as well. He's quick and he tackles, and you know he will be perhaps the one who, you know, gives somebody the steadier, say, "Oh, welcome to St Andrews, pal." You know, that sort of attitude. It's just a mystery to me.
I was going to say one last word on the Sheffield Wednesday game. I know we talked about the fans and that, but I was shocked how many people streaming out with 20 minutes to go. You know, I was just couldn't believe it. You know,
part of that, I'm not condoning them leaving early, incidentally, but the travel and the restrictions on things like trains, for example, that people are reliant on, it does mean, as I found out, if you don't leave,
I know. I mean,
at the end of the game,
I have to leg it as well for the bus, but you know, but I just looked at the scoreboard and I thought, wow, if we were winning, would they be piling out? You know, if we were winning. I don't know. I get it. I totally get it. It's a midweek game. I mean, I'm the same. I have to trudge 20 miles on public transport. But, you know, I'm just surprised a bit, to be honest.
I think you should just stop coming from Coventry and then we'd be absolutely fine.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, just don't go, Rope, and then we'll
all right. Let's bring it down. Come on.
Because we got to travel as well for the camera on a Monday night. We really don't mind if you don't come on a Monday as well.
Hey, we've got any good questions coming in on any shout boxes, YouTube, or good evening to everyone watching, by the way.
Not questions, but a lot of people agreeing to the points that have been raised, and I think Kyle Evans has said not only height, you've got to play your better players.
Yeah.
In terms of everything else, Pete Taylor made a really good point there. It is a bit of a joke as well, but he said we could offer Bannon a £5 a week and we'd still be technically paying him more money than Sheffield Wednesday are.
Yeah.
Andy Bonner has said he doesn't get why Doyle was taken off against Wednesday when he was running the midfield and only not to start against Wrexham. And then finally, there's just Paul Hansen was saying Stansfield's pass is the type that we have been lacking.
Yeah,
we thrive on similar service, and I think that's so true. I mean, it was pinpoint, wasn't it? It was a beautiful pass. For the goal against Wrexham.
And a great finish.
Yeah, lovely goal that was. Probably one of the best we scored this season.
Absolutely,
well, is quality. Like honestly, against Wrexham, you could just tell he was just something different, and we have to play him 100%.
Yeah, he's only going to get better by every game as well, Claire. As he starts to learn the game of the players he's playing with more, we are going to get better. I don't think it's going to be this.
Do you think it's jelly? Do you think it's giving them time to gel, or do you? Because obviously we're near the 10-game mark.
Yeah.
So at the moment we are very much like consistent, as in like we draw, we win, we lose. We're very like level, aren't we? Do you think we need more games for them to gel because we haven't actually played them all at once? Do you think it's minutes? Do you think that Davies has got too many players to choose from? Because at the moment, like he's trying to find his best 11, but there's so many people he's got to keep happy.
I think some of it is like surprise as well. Of like maybe they thought that some of these players were going to be a lot better at this level than they actually have been as well. I think it's a mixture of things, Claire. I do think that a lot of it is, like I said earlier, there's 5 or 6 players every week starting for us that didn't play for us last season. So, they've got to get to learn to play with the players that did play for us last season and the other 5 players that are in the team that didn't as well. So it's a mixture of things. It's a combination of things. And you've always got to have your best players as well to win games. And at times, we have missed some of our best players, haven't we? And we are now as well. So
I do think it shows.
Yeah.
And just from a personal opinion, I think Paik and Iwata can't play together at this level.
No, I agree.
I think that they need support.
Yeah.
I think that they need a Doyle or a Leonard next to them.
Yeah.
To calm them down.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I think they were exceptional in League One because I don't think they had a lot against them.
No.
But I think that they need to learn to be able to turn on the ball, to be able to play forward, obviously backwards when needed. But I do think that has to now be split from going forward.
I do think, though, 9 games isn't long enough for anyone to get used to the level and improve. And I do think one player that has improved in recent games is Cochrane. He has, he's played a bit better, hasn't he, in the last couple of games? So
he hasn't had pace, though. Sheffield Wednesday and Wrexham didn't have pacey wingers. Against pacey wingers, I do worry. But I think that's one of the reasons why they want a left footer to help him.
Yeah.
And I think Newman and him together, I don't know. I think it's about who can he trust at the moment.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I think he's got better, And I think he's getting used to it, but I do worry against pace against him because I think they will just burn him.
Yeah. But we need to go out there with no fear in every game and just believe that we can do it and we can win games and we can hurt the opposition, because I do think there's like Craig, I think it was Craig who said earlier, they're lacking confidence at the moment. A lot of the players, when they go out there, they're lacking confidence and they need to believe in themselves, because I believe in them. They can go out there. And certainly Kyogo is the main one for me. He looks like he's, thinking too much about it when he gets a chance.
Yeah.
When he gets a split second like he did at Wrexham the other night, albeit he was offside, he absolutely buried it. So, let's stick with him. And I do think that, and Chris Davies said in his after-game interview that he believes in him as well. And it will come for him, I'm sure.
Well, he hasn't played, has he? Because when he was in France, he hardly played. So he's got to get back to match sharpness. But I totally agree with you there. I think when he's got to think about it, he overthinks. And when he doesn't, the Ipswich non-goal and the non-goal against Wrexham, they were quality finishes. So
I was just about to say the Ipswich one. It's just been unlucky. I mean, if they'd have stood, his confidence would be on another planet, wouldn't it?
When it should have stood as well, shouldn't it, Mark? There was nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's a wonderful video of Kyogo's 63 goals for Celtic, right? And I'll tell you now, 50 of them were in the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
He got on the end of great crosses. One touch, back of the net. One touch, back of the net. Now, have we supplied him with a pass like that?
No.
In the 10 game? No, we haven't.
No.
Other than the goal he probably scored against Sheffield Wednesday. And that's when we'll see the best of him, because he's quick over 3 yards, where he's got a bloke in front of him and he can whoop in front of him, nick the ball in the net, or go behind him and nick the ball in the net. He does score some blinders from distance, but that isn't his stocky trade. Stocky trade is in between the penalty spot and the goal. That's where he does his business, and that's where we need to supply him. And that hasn't happened yet.
No.
We all know the wonderful runs he made in certain matches, and the ball didn't get there, or it was overhit, or it was underhit. And you watch him, you think, oh, look, he's all on his own.
Yeah.
And the ball don't get there. That's something that has got to improve.
Yeah.
And ironically, what the kind of pass that got the goal against Wrexham, which was wonderfully finished by Roberts, that's the type of ball we should be playing to him. He will finish those off with his eyes shut.
Yeah, apart from the one against Oxford, unfortunately for him. But,
Fraser Higgins has summed it up. Kyogo is a fox in the box. And I think, we are missing that type of player, or somebody with that ability that's going to come in and just be there to guarantee the end of a ball. But first of all, you've got to have somebody to thread that ball and to go back, on the Stansfield side of it. He can pick a pass, but actually he should also be one of those that's up there trying to get the goals where he can. And against Sheffield Wednesday, that was one of those, I am not letting that ball go. That's something we have been missing as a team throughout. And we need to see more of that. I think it's just, to go back on Paul's point, we're 9 games in. So have we reached peak fitness? No. Before the game, it was interesting to hear the interview with Wagner when he said, football doesn't really start until you start getting the damp and dark nights.
Yeah.
And it's actually so true, isn't it? I mean, everybody looks at the league in December. They don't look at it now. We're not far off. The league, I'll take everybody else's opinion on this, but for me, from what I've seen so far, this league is poor.
Yeah, compared to years gone by, there's nobody grumpy.
Absolutely right.
That's
why I'm frustrated.
Yeah,
we're not going to see 90 plus points. I don't think we'll see 90 plus points winning the league.
No.
And I think it'll be incredibly close all around. And actually, are we going to get to a point where a team has actually won it with 4 games, 5 games to go, like we've seen in the past? No, we're not. It could come down. I don't think it will, but it could come down to every single position being up for grabs on that last game of the season. I mean, it could be
Could be. I mean, look. I mean, we've said it before, Craig, but I mean, go back to Coventry again. They lost 18 games last year and still made the top 6.
Yeah, there you go.
That says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think our home form is amazing. I
Oh,
mean,
it's
we
incredible.
haven't lost, have we? Like we're on a run there.
Yeah.
Our away form in the Championship is awful. If you look at the last 10 years, including this year, we are probably near the bottom.
Yeah. Oh,
And I think that's where we need our home. Do you know, whenever we play someone at home, I'm always optimistic. I'm thinking, do you know what? We can win here.
Yeah.
When I go away, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a tough game today. It's going to be hard. You know, you've got Bristol City coming up. Always a tough place to go.
Yeah.
But I think we do need, if we are going to really, really go for it, we've got to improve our away form.
I do think we did in the recruitment process in the pre-season, we didn't sign a proper number 10, did we? You know, and Stansfield's been playing there and he's been doing it quite well, but he's not ultimately a number 10. He's not a creative midfield player. He's like Craig just said, he's better off on the end of these chances than creating them himself. You know, and if we could have, I mean, the one player we haven't seen yet is Furimoto. I don't know whether he's going to come in and be that player, but you know, we do need somebody to go in that hole there behind the striker or behind two strikers, hopefully, as well one day. You know, I think that could be a good partnership, Stansfield and Kyogo, you know. And we need a proper, like, Brian Hughes behind them. You know what I mean? If I could bring one player back from the past to put there, it'd be him. But unfortunately, we just don't have it, do we, Mark? Meredith?
Hey.
Who are you?
Quite too long, mate.
Yeah. Man, I forgot I was here.
We thought your camera had frozen.
No, I agree with you, Paul. That's another thing that we know. We talked about the centre midfielders and not having one of those tough ones. We've not really had an out and out 10, have we?
No.
You know, to be fair, I thought Williamson was very, very good last year.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that he could step into that position again this year, and he struggled a little bit. But also on that one, you know, the majority times that he played, Davies seemed to put him on the right-hand side. So we haven't really seen him in this division as the 10 yet. And he could be the answer, you know, when he's fully fit. So, but yeah, Brian Hughes for me is the one that I think anyone would bring back to put in there. And he scored goals and he could create a lot of things as well.
Another thing you mentioned, Williamson, who was the worst head of the ball I've ever seen, but he's still 6'4", and if he stands in either penalty area, people react to that. If he stands in the opposition penalty area, he'll have two blokes around him. You know, if he stands in our penalty area, somebody are wondering, well, where can I go to get away from this bloke? You know, what they don't know is you want to let him edit, but that's our secret. But yeah, I mean, it's another tall defensive stroke attacking player that we've lost, but he's still there. You know, if we can find a place for him where he can, you know, do his thing, and basically that would be probably a wide right position. But then we've got Roberts, who probably could do better than Williamson, but he's 5'10". You know, he ain't going to get headers, and it's a mix and match, and it's almost like you haven't thought of these things. You know, yes, he's a good player, but he's only small. We need somebody big to support him. We got again. Pardon me for being out the loop, but what's happened to Douche all of a sudden?
He got injured, didn't he, at Coventry in the warm up?
Yeah.
And what he didn't break his leg in the warm up. Well, surely, you know, after a week and a half, he should be recovered from that. It's all a bit mysterious, and then when you throw rumours about that there's been trouble in the camp, you know, it don't help. It just doesn't help, because you start thinking of conspiracy theories and all sorts, and it only takes a little bit to shape. I mean, Davies's mantra, you know, oh, we're all pulling together, we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, blah blah blah. But perhaps. You know, that's the thing that's changed from last year, that Davies hasn't had experience of. He hasn't fixed that problem. Let's hope he does soon.
It's like when you start a new job, isn't it? When you go to a new club as a player, you've got to get to know everybody. And again, they've only been here a short space of time. So as time goes on, they'll get to know each other more. I don't know what kind of relationships they've got off the field, whether they link up. I know Clara and Paik are good pals, aren't they? But that's all. That's about all I know. But I don't know. I don't know if you have any relationships like that off the field. Sorry, Mark.
No, I was just saying with the 10 as well. I know Alan mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, and now Anderson's back. You could even try and put Damari inside. I know we're talking about he's only a small player again, and we're talking about height right now, but I think Damari's one that will get on the ball and create in the middle of the park. And you could
Roberts.
put Anderson on the other side. Well, and Roberts, yeah. So
I generally think Roberts could be someone who could pick out that pass.
Yeah.
Because you could have Dimmy and Keshi on the wing.
Yeah.
We haven't really played with a number 10, have we? I can think of it under Rowett when we had John Terrell there. He was quality for that season, wasn't he? But other than that, we haven't really had this system that much, have we? This 4-2-3-1. We've been playing with all sorts, haven't we? Other than that, I mean, 4-4-2 under Gary Monk, wasn't it? Well, but I don't know. Or is the answer change the system and play 2 8s, or even give 4-4-2 a go and try 2 strikers with 2 wingers and do the old-fashioned thing? Because under Monk, that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Paul, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, it's just old-fashioned now, and it's unheard of.
Yeah,
Leicester won the Premier League doing it like nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so you know what I mean. If you can get the right players to play, and we could do it with our players we've got. You know, you could have Doyle in the middle with Paik or Leonard or Iwata, and then you could have obviously Gray on the left, Roberts on the right, maybe Duke up front with Stansfield or Kyogo and Stansfield. You know, why not try it? Especially away from home as well. You know, you can cause the opposition some problems, but it's all 4-2-3-1 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or 3-4-3 or 4-3-3 or
yeah. Coaches have gone away from changing their systems as much as they used to, and I agree totally on that. I'm probably the same with my youth teams. I think you try to stick to the same thing, but it does make sense to look at who you're playing and then go, away from home, maybe we put 3 centre-backs there and strengthen it up. Like that's probably where I would have gone against Wrexham if I was picking the team after the struggle of the Sheffield Wednesday and the Coventry game, was probably to put 3 at the back and go that way. But I think they coaches are really now focused on keeping that philosophy and system of what they've got, and then trying to get the players to work the system that they're trying to do. But we have got players now within our squad that I think could be ideal for a whole bunch of systems. If we really wanted to try them. In the seasons before, maybe we've not had that where we can change it, but I do have a feeling that we've got players there now that can play in those different systems if he does try to do it. The only thing that I think we would really struggle on is wing backs in a 5 at the back. I don't know who you would put as your two wing backs then. Obviously, Laird would be one if he was fit, but the left side, I'm not sure if Cochrane can get up and down the field that much. But I suppose with 3 centre backs, you can actually afford to get caught out a little bit if you need to as well. So
I'm not a big lover of that, Mark. 3 at the back and 3-4-3, 3-5-2. I don't like that formation. I never have.
No, I'm not. But I think away from home, I think it just steadies it up a little bit. My looking at Wrexham and going, you got someone like Kiefer Moore, who's a big, strong striker. I know we're at home to Hull, but then you look at people like Ollie McBurney when you do play them away from home and stuff. Just something else. But
you're the coach here, and I'm not. But what I would do is I would set my team up not to fear the opposition, and I'd be going to try and win every game. I'd let them worry about me and not worry too much about them. Do you know what I mean? And we did that against Newcastle at home in the cup, and we nearly got something out of that, didn't we? We nearly got into a replay. We certainly deserved at least a replay, didn't we? Or it wouldn't have been a replay, sorry. Would have gone extra time and penalties. So we deserved at least extra time in that game, didn't we? Doing 100%. That. So, but no, you are right though. For every game, you have got to assess the opposition.
The battery's going flat.
Oh, is it?
See you around.
No. Plug your charger in, mate.
I'll go and plug it in.
We got any good questions or comments coming?
It's in another room. Carry on, I'll be with you in a sec.
No worries, mate. Any good questions or comments coming in, Chris?
There's one on YouTube from Blackjack. It's not rocket science if they're small and fast, play it on the floor and somewhere.
Yeah.
And somewhere that they can run onto the ball. We're relying on Dykes because he's the only one that actually fits the system.
Yeah.
Good one.
Sound drunk? Wait, what did you sound drunk then when you said that?
Sorry.
Been on the sherry.
David says we lack real power, pace, and a leader of men in midfield. Well, we spoke about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we do.
Clara, Newman, and Robinson would be a great back three, as Blue knows.
Not a bad shape if we did go with a back three. That's certainly strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Doyle should play in the 10 so he can find the passes.
Yeah, we tried that a couple of times and he's not quite been as effective, has he? But again, it's all down to us squaring backwards on the edge of our own penalty box there. You know, Stoke, I reckon Doyle touched the ball about 4 times in the whole time he played, didn't he, Claire? Would you agree? I was there as well, but he didn't touch the ball that much, did he, Doyle, in that game?
No, but I don't think he's not a 10, is he?
No.
To me, he's a box-to-box midfielder, which is something that I think every team in the Championship has and needs. And even in the Premier League, you need someone who can do the legwork.
Yeah.
I think a box-to-box midfielder means that, they do everything. And just the way he just gets the ball and he's just really calm. And I don't know whether him and Leonard would be a good thing as well, because obviously he's quite calm.
Yeah.
But I think they need to start trying to choose our best players and play them to then make them gel, get them to know where each other is. And because every time you look at the team sheet, it's changed, which I know for injuries, but
Cash flow crunch? OnDeck Small Business Line of Credit gives your business immediate access to funds up to $200,000 right when you need it. Cover seasonal dips, manage payroll, restock inventory, or tackle unexpected expenses without missing a beat. With flexible draws, transparent pricing, and control over repayment, get funded quickly and confidently. Apply today at OnDeck.com. Funds could be available as soon as tomorrow. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Want to make a difference in your community but not sure how? Go to GoFundMe.com right now and start a GoFundMe. Seriously. Your next fundraiser doesn't have to start in a school parking lot or a church basement. You can start a GoFundMe today in just minutes. Fundraise for yourself, a friend, or family member, or an organization. All that matters is that you care about them. GoFundMe is the trusted place to fundraise for what you care about. With no pressure to hit your fundraising goal, but tons of tools to help you reach it, you can confidently start fundraising right now. Whether it's creative, local, or critical, your cause matters. And there's a reason why GoFundMe is backed by millions and chosen by fundraisers everywhere. It works, and it matters. GoFundMe helps you make a real difference. Start your GoFundMe today at GoFundMe.com. That's GoFundMe.com. GoFundMe.com. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
yeah, I'm just gutted Lair's injured. So
I think that's where we miss. Bellick a little bit. I think he's the type of 6 that you would put in there, and then you could have Doyle in like the 8 role as that player, and then a 10. So I just think even with Leonard, Awata, and Paik, we still don't have that really strong 6 for the other 2 then to get on the ball and really be comfortable in playing. It's the same conversation we've had now for the last hour, but it's that's the whole point, isn't it? You need somebody that's going to be a ball winner and just a ball winner, so the other 2 can be a bit more comfortable with playing the ball.
Yeah,
and that's what we lack. And you even look at the centre backs we've got now, and Clara and Newman and them, and I don't think you can even step one of them into the 6. I think it's too much of a position change. But Bellick was comfortable in doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let's see what happens anyway. Let's let them obviously get back on the training ground, those that haven't been called up, and hopefully it'll be a welcome break for us to regroup and hopefully go again from Hull onwards, We seem to have lost Craig, I believe. So
he's just messaged me. He's having real problems today with his internet, so I think he's about to give up.
Oh, no problem.
And then England Wales Thursday. It's like Friday's game in Wrexham. It's now England Wales in an international, isn't it? On this
friendly, isn't it? Yeah. It was Steve Kimberley, we're missing TGH versatility. Gardner Hitman, it's not a bad shape. He did do a job when he come in the team.
He did.
Obviously,
he'd be your right back as well, wouldn't he? If you was, I know Watts did a good job there, but he'd be the one that would probably fit straight into right back as well.
Yeah. But
that was a bit of a strange one, that wasn't it? Gardner Hitman going.
Just weren't getting games on, was he, Mark?
Yeah,
and player you want to play, and if you're not guaranteed first team football, then you're going to go elsewhere. And obviously Blackburn coming in for him was a good move for him, but I don't know how much he's played. I haven't really followed him there. I don't know how much he's played.
I think he's played a little bit. He's on Instagram. He's always got.
Yeah, he's always saying how good
he's playing,
yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the thing is as well, if you're like Stamsted and Iwata's playing right back over you, which I've heard that I think a couple of people on here said he's played for Celtic on the chat and right back.
Yeah.
If you are a natural right back, that's your position. Laird's out, Samuel's out. You're thinking, this is my chance.
Yeah.
And then Iwata comes in, and all of us were like, what is going on? And then he's on the bench, not even getting played. So, obviously keeping everyone happy, that's the thing. It's, I
mean,
it's a big boys' league, isn't it? I know what you mean by keeping people happy, but at the end of the day, the gaffer's the gaffer, and if he says you're playing, you're playing, and if he says you're not playing, you're not playing, and that's you've got to be professional, bite your tongue, sit on the bench till he calls on you.
But the fact is that two right backs are out. You are the third one, and then he plays a centre midfielder, so you're not going to be. That shows that you're not wanted, then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it does, yeah. But if that's the case, you've got to face up to it. You can't play your face and whatever, because that ain't going to get you in the team, is it? You've got to do what you're told and grab your opportunity when it comes. Yes, I'd forgotten him, to be honest, and thinking about it now, yes, I would have leaned toward. Well, you're the next cab off the rank. Get in there and play Wata in his normal position, or not play him at all. Whatever. But yeah,
that's the same with Newman, isn't it? Going back to that, like even Coventry when Robinson got sent off, the first thing you thought was Newman's going to come on for QMAS, and then the next thing you see Cashin there, and then then Cashin gets to play the next game, and then Cashin's crap and gets dropped, and then Robinson comes back in, and you're like. So he's got the same. He's under the same thing. I'm sure they're both sitting on the bench thinking, well, "What do we need to do now to get into this team?"
Again, it's devil's advocate here. I could if I was sitting there, I could say, "Well, Mr. Robertson, you got sent off. You cost us the game. You can sit on the bench for a week or two." And
no, that means we're playing cash in. No way. Get back.
No, exactly. You play Newman
again.
You play Newman, not Cashin.
Yeah.
I'm not. When I say to lift arm, I'll give it him.
When I say this, I'm not saying Cashin hasn't had a nightmare start for us, because he has. But when he puts the shirt on, obviously we've got to back him, and he can only get better, can't it? He can only get better. So
100%.
When he plays for us again, then hopefully he does get better, because he can't get much worse than what we've seen so far. But we just got to put that in a box now and move on with that, and hopefully give the lad a bit of confidence, hopefully to get better and perform better, because it's basics, isn't it? The mistakes he's making, getting behind his man off a free kick and letting the ball bounce at Coventry, and I don't know what he was doing for Sheffield Wednesday's first goal as well. So,
and he had 2 free headers, didn't he, the other end?
Yeah. But let's hope he gets better if he's given another opportunity. Okay, so Blues women, 2 games since we were last on. They had a 2-1 win at Sheffield United, followed by a 2-1 defeat yesterday against Southampton. Claire, do you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched them both on TV. I thought with Sheffield United, we played all right. We got the win, which is all that matters, to be fair. Lucy Quinn got a penalty as well. Watched it yesterday. We didn't see him on the boil yesterday. What I saw of it anyway. I was surprised about the changes that she made. I'm surprised that Louis, who's mine and my mum's favourite player at the moment, that she wasn't playing as well. Like there was a little bit like Murray wasn't in it either. So I was a bit shocked that obviously they changed it so much as well. So we are still near the top. Just double checking. We are second behind Charlton. Thankfully, our goal difference is good, because I think it will come down to that as well. But Just got to play the best players. Just got to keep going. There's certain points that you're thinking, wow, we're going to go for this. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened, but I think we've got Ipswich next, followed by in the league. And then we've then got another cup game. So hopefully got to just keep it rolling and keep it moving. So otherwise, we're second in the league. We're just behind Charlton. So, but they haven't lost yet, Charlton. And we got a draw against them, didn't we, Craig, the women?
We did indeed. Disappointing the weekend, I've got to say. First time I've seen the frailties of Amy's team. But, I mean, it's great second goal. First one, yeah, I mean, goalkeeper flapped again before being beaten at the back post, which is, again, disappointing. But what wasn't seen, I don't think, was the fight in the players.
You had a different team, though, Craig. You didn't play like Louis and Murray and McGill and just didn't seem normal.
It was for me a little bit disjointed. I think when we look at the players that were there, very similar to what had started in the League Cup game, and you could see the frailties at that point in time. Now, whether that's injuries or whether that's just trying to swap things about, there's a lot of learns to take away. G again in midfield was absolutely superb and was knocking a ball about for fun. Scored obviously the goal, and I think it was one of those games where if that had come 5 minutes earlier, we may well have snuck the draw because they were really holding on towards the end. However, it's just that inconsistency that I know Amy certainly will not stand for, and it's those silly goals that we're giving away that's costing us. But hopefully, we'll see a bit of a difference now and a pick up. And as we go into the next round of games, we should see that bit of fight coming back, and actually we should see a little bit of a okay, we screwed up there, so now we're going to take this on and take the ball by the horns and go for it again.
Yeah. Obviously, we appreciate everyone that watches the show every single time we're on. And when's the closing date, Craig, for the votes for the Football Content Awards?
So voting will close at 11:59 on October the 12th. So it's 11:59 at night as well. Voting is dead easy. Takes 10 seconds to do. The link towards the voting is all in the chat board, but also being online across all of our socials. But for those that may not have seen it, if you go to footballcontentsawards.com, you'll see a selection then for votes, and we are running in the best club content creators for Football League. We're up against some really good other areas, so all votes count. It's also 50% of what goes in comes down to what the judges think as well. So any sort of areas and work that we do will all be counted into that also. But for everybody's reference as well, I know there's been fear for some people having to type in their names and email addresses before they vote. It's not mandatory to do it. If you wish to put them in there, that's absolutely fine, but you do not have to do it afterwards. So please don't worry that you can't vote because you can't put your name or your email address in. You can. It's all a case of going in, selecting to request the terms and conditions. Once that's done, hit that vote now button, and thank you very much.
I've just put it up as well on the socials. So.
That's it. And don't forget, the club are also in the running. So they're in the best football club, football league category, but also our documentary, Brady and the Blues, is also up for the nomination within the documentary section. So if you're voting for us, don't forget to vote for the club as well. You never know on the night. Wouldn't it be nice to get three awards for the club?
Patrick in Leeds.
Yeah. That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it?
There's not many players that have done that. I can think of Nikola Zigic. Got 4.
Zigic 4, yeah.
But yeah,
nice, wouldn't it?
can't think of many others that have done that in Ellen Road. But yeah, no, we appreciate everyone that's voted so far as well. Thank you for that. And obviously, the more votes, the more chance we'll have of winning. And the same goes for the club as well. And obviously, the documentary. And I know about 300 people, I think, that have voted with their name as Mark Adams, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
no, they don't allow people in prison to vote.
If you don't vote, then we will knock doors.
You've been sliding into people's DMs again, Rob.
He's talking for himself there, people. So don't mind you. Then again, there's nothing to fear, really, is there?
Bill Mint's got exactly the same question here as what I've had. So, what category is it, Craig, that they need to select?
It is the best club content creator under the Football League banner.
Yeah, there's a little drop down. So you got Premier League and then you got Football League. So go to Football League.
I think you are drunk, Chris.
Yeah, what's going on, Chris? You've been slowing up.
It's that 3-year-old's birthday party, isn't it? I mean, there's way too much.
We know what happens at 3-year-old birthday parties with the adults. We know exactly what you've been doing.
He's had the jelly, he's had the ice cream, he's had the really strong squash. Yes, it's hot.
I thought it was icing on the top. Sorry.
Thank you, Bill Mint, for your vote, mate.
Because this was a few weeks ago, I'm not sure who it was now, but oh, hang on. One of you will get it. Hang on, here we go.
Wouldn't shock anyone. I wasn't really in favour with the old manager, and that's football sometimes. But when the new manager came in, he put me straight into the first game he took, which was great because I hadn't played for a while. So he showed faith in me from day one, and I'm just glad to repay him.
Anybody got a clue?
Is he Scottish?
Barry Ferguson.
What make you think that?
No, I'm just double checking because the accent was a bit funny.
No, it's not. He's not Scottish. Oh, yes, I know who it is now. I know who it is.
I'm going to have a guess.
He's not Scottish, so
have they been on the show, Chris?
No.
They've not been on the show.
They're not Scottish.
Oh, yes, he is Scottish. Yeah.
Oh, he is Scottish.
They've been on the show, and they're what? Not Scottish.
They've not been on the show.
No.
Not been on the show.
No, the other way around. They haven't been on the show, and they are Scottish.
They've not been on the show, and they are Scottish.
Does your surname begin Muck?
No.
No, just checking.
Stephen, the centre half.
Well, no, I think this is going to be another good one.
Stephen Caldwell. It's not Caldwell. He's been on the show.
Caldwell because he's been on, yeah.
Has he been on?
You've had Barry Ferguson on.
No,
it's not Barry. No.
Are we initials AS?
Who?
AS. Andrew Shinney.
Yes, correct. Well done, that man.
You got that?
How did
Rob didn't get that. There's no way.
Rogue's definitely Googled that.
He's been looking at YouTube and someone else has put it, and then he's deleted their comment and chucked it in.
I reckon there's a Shazam. There's a Shazam, isn't there, for footballers' voices?
SoundCloud.
That's literally.
He's mate.
No, give me. I just literally just thought the most random Scottish player for Blues and stuff. Andrew Shinney.
I want an inquiry on that.
He was all right when Rowett first came. When he put him in,
he was all right. Yeah.
Player, Shinney.
Hey, Rob, what's that picture on your wall, Rob?
Which one?
One behind your head.
Behind your head.
Oh, it's not my house. It's like it's an elephant.
Yeah, look like an elephant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's just little spare room and a few trinkets and it's an elephant.
Me and Mum Everett forgot this.
Yeah, I'm like
Oh dear.
Are we back next? Are we back next week, or are we having an international break? We're having another break.
I think we're having another break, but if we get a guest,
come on, let's go for a guest. Let's see what we can do.
Get a guest, then we'll be back.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't mind.
Anyone that can help us get a guest on that hasn't already been on, or even if it is the one that's already been on, obviously.
Or if anybody's listening, they want to be a guest.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have actually got somebody that wants to be a guest, so we'll check whether they're available. But I'm also trying to get a guest.
Okay.
Thanks, Greg.
You got someone
that really helped.
I know.
That was a great conversation. That was.
I agreed as well.
Yeah.
You've to be a guest, and you're trying to get somebody to be a guest.
Yeah.
That's
right. There's two people, or it might be the same person who is a guest.
It's definitely not the same person.
Let's all get a guest each.
Yeah, or we could all just dress up as in disguise and pretend to be.
Except Rogue, because we ain't
That's
got
how you got into the situation you've got in.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
I think, Claire, you're winning it. We had one guest this season, DJ Mikey B. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're winning, Claire.
I've got a couple of people that do want to come on,
Yeah,
TikTokers and stuff, but depends.
Yeah.
We've got a week to hound people.
What would you do, Robe, if we asked you to get a guest? What was like?
Well,
I'll sell number 30.
there's a few wardens on, eh? That's all I'll say.
Well, maybe put it out to the viewers. What guests would they like us to try and get?
I could slide into some DMs again.
Anyone that hasn't been on the show, obviously, that you'd like to see, that realistically could come on or would come on potentially. Obviously, you probably don't know whether they would or not, but, if we said Chris Davies, it's probably unlikely, isn't it?
Yeah, some people have
it'll be passed, won't it? To anyone that knows anyone.
I thought DJ Mikey B was great, by the way, when he came on.
Problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, it was a good show, that.
Watch it, Claire.
Good show.
I saw
Mark,
some of it,
surely all these,
but I was asleep for most of it because I was poorly.
all these ex-players are your buddies. Can't you swing some
Me?
influence?
We've had them all
Huh?
on. We've had them all on.
You haven't had Jack Butland on yet.
I've run out of lives.
You need AJ Johnson on, and then I'll be fangirling.
Oh yeah, AJ.
I'd love to get AJ on.
Yeah.
He did say he would, but when you just don't want to keep asking after they've said they would like 3 times. Yeah, I'd love him to come on though. Yeah.
Bill Mint says Noel Blake, but we had him on.
Tyler Bernardson. I don't know where he's gone.
What a show that was!
He's still in the dressing room.
Yeah, Ollie Burke. Should we get Ollie Burke on?
Yeah.
No, I can drive him.
He's too busy scoring hat-tricks in Germany.
I know, but we are talking about the German league. Come on.
Yeah, Davo. We've had Davo.
You guys could all score a hat-trick in the German league.
Well.
However you want to take that.
Yeah.
Division 4, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Obviously, we'll announce it throughout the week, whether or not we're going to be back on next week, or if not, we'll have a break, won't we? International break.
Yeah.
Are the women playing next Sunday? Because I missed it yesterday. I switched on and there was 15 minutes to go.
They're playing against Ipswich away.
There you go.
On Sunday, 2:00. Okay,
Yeah.
right. I will put that in my diary, and I won't watch Rangers of bloody Falkirk like I did yesterday. But I saw the last 15 minutes of the ladies, and they should have certainly got a point. They that 15 minutes they battered them, but couldn't finish.
Can I just ask about going back to the ladies' game? When is the Villa game?
23rd of November.
And is that at home or away?
Away.
It's away, and
I've got so
understand
many
it,
people wanting to go.
yeah, it's at Vile Park as well, as I understand it at the moment.
Yeah.
So we need to get as many fans as possible to that game. So when details are out from the club, please, if you can make it, be awesome. It will be a Sunday afternoon. I believe it's going to be a 2:00 kickoff. So if we can make it, be absolutely brilliant. Because we know they'll have a fair few, and it's been a while since we've played each other as well. So the more the merrier.
We've never lost at Villa Park.
We haven't. In fact, the season we went down, we did them there. So
That's
what I mean?
right,
It'd be
yeah.
nice to repeat that.
How many tickets have we sold for the England under 21s? Do we know?
4.
Just about to play that, yeah. Is anyone going? Out of us lot?
Oh yeah, I'm there.
I'm going.
Yeah.
When is it again?
See, she doesn't even know, but she's going. God, Claire's good, Is
it November?
14th.
November the
Friday the 14th. Is it the 14th?
It is the 14th.
Yeah, I remember it being the 14th, but I couldn't remember what month. I'm glad it's not this one, because Stano's not in it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if he's too old now, is he?
I think he is, yeah.
Over
Well,
8
you
now.
can
No,
put-
but wasn't
he can
Elliot
still play.
and that lot playing for them
Yeah,
till
no,
they
he-
were like 25?
I
don't
think
get
he
it.
can play, but he
still
can't
play.
play in the competitions. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Meredith?
Yeah, he can play in those games. He'll play at St Andrews, I think.
No, Beadle about in goal.
Yeah. So there's no prediction this week because we haven't got a game this coming Saturday. We'll be back. Mind you, if we're not back, let's have our predictions for Hull then, just in case we're not back next week. I'll start us off. I think this international break will do us good. I think we've only had 4 or 5 players leave the squad, haven't we, for international call-ups?
8 we've had.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
I thought I only saw four or five players, sorry, Claire, on the thing earlier.
That's what they brought out. I'll double check now.
I'm not saying I don't.
Yeah,
it's eight, but blimey, I didn't realise it was that many. Okay. I saw Paik.
Yeah, 8 players.
Paik, Iwata.
Beadle.
Paik, Iwata, yeah.
Damari Gray, Dykes,
Kumas,
Paik, Peacock Fowl, obviously he's not technically. Beadle, Fogarty, and Bateka.
Right.
Obviously out the first team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
quickly
beat Hull. I think we'll beat Hull 2-0 on Saturday week. Claire?
2-1. We'll beat them.
Mark Meredith?
I'm going to take a 1-0.
I called it right on Friday, by the way. I went 1-1 at Wrexham. Craig?
3-1.
This is Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad. Boost Mobile gives you the same network coverage, speed, and service you're used to, just at a more affordable price. Why pay more if you don't have to? Offering reliable nationwide coverage backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Love your service or get your money back, no questions asked. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or head to boostmobile.com to learn more. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers who cancel within 30 days of activation will have Boost service fees refunded. Activation fees, if applicable, and phone payments will not be refunded.
Bustin' with the Boys is here to let you know that every college football Saturday, FanDuel is dropping profit boosts that can turn wins into bigger wins.
Sounds like we should rename Saturday Booster Day.
Nice.
21 plus and present in select states. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Alan?
2-0.
Chris?
2-1.
If Newman plays.
Right.
I'm going to say 3-0.
That'd be good. Be nice to see that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It is going to click one of these weeks, you know. I think it will. As long as we start being positive more on the front foot going forward rather than all this square and backward stuff.
Just on the message board and before, because we're now in Fergie time. Dom Kavanagh has said Blues 1-1. Richard Notwell, Blues 3-0. Fraser Higgins must be drinking or smoking because he said it's going to be 7-0.
Wow.
Bill Mint has gone for 1-0 Blues as well. Mike Hill saying 0-0.
Somebody wants to see Chris Brown stung again.
Richard Notwell's changed his mind. He's now saying 12-0.
Oh dear.
Okay, so on that note, we've been the Tilton Talk Show. Get your votes in, please. Put the link back on as well, Craig, if you don't mind, please, mate, just to remind people.
Going up now.
And we appreciate all the votes we've had so far, and obviously those that are forthcoming as well. And it's good night from me. We're sponsored by AMG Logistics as well, sorry, by the way. So it's good night from me, and it's good night from Claire Wielder.
Good night from me. Enjoy a week and a bit off the football. Come on, England. I'm not expecting a lot, but come on, England. And it's a good night from Craig Courtney.
It's good night for me. And yeah, come on, England. We are playing the Welsh, so please do not let us down. And here's over to... Well, I'll go Mark Meredith because I can't say the other one.
Thanks, mate. It's a good night for me. I'll be cheering England on as well on Thursday, so hopefully we can beat the Welsh. And it's a good night from the chairman.
Thank you. Just like to say, great to hear from my good friend Ray with the help of Mr. Fixer. And thanks for watching him and Martin. And so good night from me. And it's over to the one, the only Ro.
Oh. Hello.
Oh, yeah, fine.
Still not ready.
Right.
He's the last and he's not ready.
You'll still get it wrong. What's your name again?
Make him think he's last because he's not.
Yeah.
I'm not actually, yeah, that's true, Paul, yeah. Yes, good night from me. Come on, England, let's stuff the Welsh. And it's good night.
He's even having to think about it like he's like, who hasn't gone?
He's lost it.
Good night from me, and it's good night from Chris. Over to you.
Oh, sorry. And it's a good night from me. Good night.
Be right on.
we find the guest who's a guest, or maybe a guest, and could be a guest?
Not a guest, then we might guess who the guest is.
You could be able to guess who the guest is, yeah?
Yeah. We'll have to have.
I've got a good
Can we just all like switch the lights off and just one of us put on a voice and pretend?
Mr.
Whatever makes you happy, Rogue.
Exactly. I mean,
Whatever
is
you
that
do
an
in your
elephant
own
on your wall?
time.
Yeah,
I'm still not sure about that picture on your wall, though.
No. Is that an elephant, or are you just pleased to see Mark Meredith?
It's an elephant. Yeah.
Phoenix Knights, it's a caterpillar. It's a giant caterpillar. Remember with that bouncy castle?
Yeah.
I'll take it off the wall, but probably drop it now, mate.
No, then the wardens and see the hole that you're drilling through it.
Yeah. No, I'll get a few slaps around there. Yeah, that's not.
Where's your scarf tonight, Robs?
We're off.
In the wash.
Can't touch the buttons.
Why?
Because my friends will be beating.
That one.
You can't touch them now.
Why?
Because my friends will be on. They'll be on the screen.
I want
Let's
to
see.
do that.
No, but you can't because they'll be on the screen in a bit. I must be. You can see yourself if you like. Hang on. Wow. There she is.
Hello, it's up. It's noisy. Hey, don't hold me.
Yeah, but don't fall.
Yes.
You're going to fall down the hole. You can't touch the buttons now because they're already set up for the show. Right.
Why?
Yeah, because they're granddad. Put it up there and you can see better.
It's like chili open. Or it's like, I open
Happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Clap, clap. There's Ivy's head. There's Granddad's head. I can see Ivy's head. I can see Ivy's head. I can see a little nose. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Oh no, don't break it.
you tell me that.
If you're happy and you're a flippy floppy flop.
I don't want
If you're happy and you know it, have a bath. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, have a bath. If you're happy and you know it, have a bath. If you're happy and you know it, suck me toe.
Yep. Try the better.
A better butter fruity, and a better butter fruity, and a better butter fruity, fruity boo. If you're fruity booty 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 boo.
Stop.
If you're fruity booty booty. Don't touch them buttons. No, don't touch them buttons. You only touch them buttons when we're not playing. Yes, we'll have to do I can't see now. Really? Look, it's a ring. There you go. There you are. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. You're happy and you want to have the bath.
It's a path round the nose. How you have.
What then? Do you see Nanny now? Nanny's calling you. Where's my beautiful princess Ivy?
Yes, Lily.
Yes, I'm coming now. No, yes, coming now.
No.
You put some nice stuff in to make my bath all nice.
No, I will. Okay. It's Tuesday. Hi, hello.
If you have, come on then. Oh, hang on, take your headphones off first. Oh, you don't know, you plonky plonker. Hang on, get that back. If you're happy and you know it, and let's get your clappy claps. You got your clappy clap.
What's this?
Here's your clappy clap. Bang, I got the clappy clap. That's paint. There you go.
Is it?
If you're very, very scratchy, catch your hand.
It's dead.
All these times for us, go for a bath now, okay?
Hi, Chris.
Oh, yeah, all right?
All right, yeah, you're all right, mate.
I'm all right. You all right?
Oh,
Good.
Oh, good evening.
Evening.
That positioned all right.
Fantastic. Are you in the loft, are you? Is that like a conversion?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, we had it done just over 10 years ago.
Oh, well, that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, one of the best things we ever did. Well, for me anyway, because it's like my man cave up here.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's good.
So I've got everything I need's up here, and then I can just shut the door and forget about work and whatever else I'm doing up here. You know what I mean? So it's just good to have that sort of separate thing. You know what I mean?
What have you got up there?
A bit like me.
I got my bike. I got my cross trainer. I got a TV here. I got a sofa over there.
Hello.
Sofa over there. Look, see my sofa over there.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I've got my stereo there.
Hello. Faces like, who are these weird people?
So no, it's a great question.
It's quite a big space up here, Claire, because it's like the whole top of the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks
Really,
cool.
Yeah. I'm really pleased with it.
I would love one of them.
Yeah. All right, Craig. Right, Al.
Scott Chicken.
Yeah, I'll have to remember not to book a full-on training session on the same day as the show again. So all I've done all day is been bloody talking all day. So all I want to do now is shut up.
I'm like that every day with my job.
Oh, yeah, that's true, Claire. Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Why
lie.
teachers don't speak? They just stand there and point at a whiteboard.
I'd love someone to do a day in my job. Honestly, you would literally hate children.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Obviously, we all love them and dearly. Obviously, it's just being recorded.
We can see you with gritty teeth. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I go into a lot of schools in my job, obviously, with all the entrance matting we do in schools. And, yeah, you see them sometimes in action, obviously, when you're passing and that, and you think, I couldn't do that.
No, that's right. My mother-in-law was a teacher for 40 years. Yeah, I heard some stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do tell some great stories. I've got some.
A lot different to when we went to school now, though, isn't it?
I think everybody else's job always looks easy, doesn't it? Till you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it looks easy because they know what they're doing, and you know what I mean. If you have a clue what you're doing, but when they're doing it, because they've been doing it for so long, it looks easy. They make it look easy.
Apart from Craig's, I mean, he's probably really.
I totally agree. My job's really, really, really easy. You know what I mean?
What is your job, Craig?
Good question.
What is your job?
He works in a bank.
Yeah.
He's a banker.
He's a banker.
You're right, banker.
Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
Just getting a better place.
What was your job, Al?
Me? I was an industrial engineer.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. That was quite interesting.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. Come back now.
Where's Merrick?
Your neck of the woods was pretty nice as well. I will say, Mr. Chairman, I was apart from the really shitty weather on Friday, Saturday was nice.
Where did you go?
It was at Butlins at Bognor.
Oh, right. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, I've been to that one. I've been to that one, Craig. I've been to that one.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I went there in 1969 to play for Birmingham Schools. It was a big tournament. There was 30 teams there. We played a match every day, and that was where we stayed. That was our basis, the Bognor camp. And I went there 4 or 5 years ago to try and, but it's changed completely from what I remember. And I met a French girl there, Cecile.
Oh, right.
Have you got a cold, Chris?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais, les petits enfants? Sans rouge, le Louvre fenêtre.
Claire, I must tell you that my friend Ray, he said, you and that Claire, you're the You're the best on that show. And
Oh,
she's
definitely.
brilliant. And she's
It's not
brilliant.
the first time I've heard it, Alan.
Yeah.
Coming.
I know.
Not the first time. Do you know what I mean?
Superstars.
I was off one week and the amount of messages I had going, oh yeah, what you doing? Why aren't you on? I was like, I'm poorly.
We've just got bit parts, the rest of us.
Yeah, we just fill up the gaps, don't we?
Yeah. We just make you look good.
You're right, both Marks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm sorry, Mr. Meredith. You're not allowed to wear that T-shirt. You know what I mean? There's a trademark on Official Supporters Club.
Talking about the wash, a little tip from me: if you take chewing gum out in your pocket before you put it in the wash, make sure you take the chewing gum out your pocket.
Oh, you've done that?
No.
My new Blues top as well, man.
I would have cried.
120
Really?
and Rolf Lauren hoodie as well.
Oh.
So
Are they ruined?
We put them in the freezer and we left them overnight, and then they just literally you could just pull them up.
Pull it
off.
Yeah, work straight away, mate. Yeah.
The new coats, by the way, are a dream. I bought the long coat. I look like a Blues manager in it, and they are really good quality. I was in on Friday.
Are they expensive?
Mine was 80 quid.
Oh, 80? Yeah.
80
That's
quid.
not
And
bad.
honestly,
That's not bad.
it was literally, it's like my favourite coat. It's literally my warm coat now.
Yeah.
My dad's got one from last season.
They are good quality, to be fair.
He went for a size too big, my dad didn't. Look like a bloody combi boiler.
I had
Michelin man.
Yeah.
I had them every year when I worked there for like 15 years. So I just kept them, like retro ones. They're all in the garage.
You're worth a fortune, they will, Meredith.
I know, but it never gets 100 degrees here, so I can never wear the fucking things.
Bring one over, mate, for me when you come back.
You want one?
Yeah.
How much are they worth again? How much are they worth again, Craig?
50p.
Points of Madrid.
Early bird offer at the Blues, pint of Madrid as well.
Yeah, I'll be over in May.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
All right,
We'll get you a
See you
ticket,
later.
Meredith. There you go, in exchange for a coat.
I have a ticket already. I'm going to get you guys a ticket.
All the best.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Hey.
Right, I'm off then as well, so I'll see you all hopefully next week. Have we got a chance of getting a guest on next week then?
I've texted a couple of people. Steve Clary's being one of them.
I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Cheerio. Have a
Bye.
good evening. Bye-bye.
Yes.
See you later.
Where am I?
Bye.
Who am I? What am I?
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.